cancer, I probably have less than a 1% chance of contracting cancer because the amount of cannabinoids that are always in my system. Being a neuroprotectant basically means that my nervous system is being repaired and protected at the same time from any foreign invasions. Right? When it comes to cancers, the Canadian Cancer Society has made the claim that there is no cure for cancer, and any claims that cancer has been cured are fraudulent until they say so. All right? You'll hear stories all the time that cancer has been beaten by things like baking soda, surgery, and more than anything, cannabis. All right? But the Cancer Society makes so much money off of cancer, all right, and cancer and fundraising for cancer research, that they would shoot themselves in the foot if they said, yeah, there's a cure for cancer, we have it, you can have it, this is what it is. All right. Economically, it would be suicide. Right? That's why there will never be a cure for cancer. All right. If you look at 30 years of just the Terry Fox run alone, all right, 30 years has netted about $500 million in funding that's supposedly given to cancer research. In the 70s, a study commissioned by the U.S. government proved that cannabinoids not only were not harmful to people, but definitely showed proof of killing cancer cells. All right? $500 million over the same amount of time that they've known there's a cure. So, I don't state that cannabis will cure cancer. The U.S. government has a patent that says it will. I'll use that. I can state that cannabis will relieve neuropathic pain. That's first and foremost. I can say that because I am an MS expert. I have MS. If I had cancer, I would become a cancer expert. I don't have cancer. MS keeps me pretty busy. The goal in my mind now is to approach the medical industry with the proven scientific data, all right, in regards to anybody that is suffering. With the proven scientific data, cannabis relieves pain, all right. Anecdotal or not, I've seen what it can do topically to burns, cuts, scrapes, warts, moles, tumors, but again, I'm not a cancer expert, so they could be moles that turn black. All right. I've seen these things disappear as quick as 3 days, all right, with a topical application. I've watched people, including myself, be at a pain level curled up in a ball at a suicidal level. It basically means anything 10 plus. All right, you would rather be dead than lay there. I've watched somebody go from that and within 4 hours be sitting up conversing quite comfortably with very moderate pain. All right, a few days later, that person can get up and walk around. It's been used for 5,000 years, and it works. So how does it work for MS? Well, the main underlying symptom that even most people with MS don't realize they have is pain. All right, and it's chronic neuropathic pain. The best way to think of it is think of that achy feeling that you have with the flu. The problem is it never leaves. It's always there, but it's underlying. All right. Some people recognize it as pain. They've tried to tell their doctors, but doctors don't listen to patients. All right. simply put. They have no desire to listen to patients because they read a book and that book told them that they were right. Okay, unfortunately, the information from that book came from patients. So, again, the expert is the patient. 2009, summer of 2009, the Canadian Neurological Society, I guess, the people that are responsible for multiple sclerosis patients, finally just admitted that MS causes pain, and pain is a symptom of MS. And MS is hurting people for 150 years. All right, there's no reason why it would take 150 years for them to identify pain as a symptom when the people have been complaining about it all along. All right, the issue is chronic pain cannot be treated. All right. There are two types of pain. There is acute pain that is a result from trauma. All right. You stick your hand in a fire, that is acute pain. It's very severe. You know that it's happened to you. All right. That in itself is due to nerve damage at the surface contact area of that trauma. Chronic neuropathic pain is a pain that basically feels like it's coming from your bones. All right. The conventional medicine would use an opioid narcotic for controlling that pain. Unfortunately, it doesn't control pain. It tricks the body into thinking that you're not in pain. Ask anybody that's on high doses of morphine if they can feel the pain. And they will. They don't care. They're high, but they can feel the pain. Whereas you could take the same person and give them a high dose of cannabinoids and ask them if they could feel the pain, and their answer would be no, and they would have full functionality. First dose, yeah, they may have a little bit of lightheadedness, dizziness, heart palpitations. Those are normal side effects. All right, it doesn't matter. Anything that you put in your system that's foreign is going to have a reaction, including a chocolate bar. All right, you'll get a caffeine and a sugar rush. That's a chemical reaction, and it's just because you've introduced a foreign substance to your body. If you continually ate that type of food, you would eventually build up a tolerance that you wouldn't feel those effects. Cannabis is no different. You can actually start out on a low enough dose that you feel nothing and slowly increase the dose over